Hello everyone, so today's video is going to be a 2-in-1 video. First off, of course, I want to share with you guys all the really great prices, all the really great items that I picked up from this Hobby Lobby sale. So if everything is aligned and you're watching this video and your store has done their markdowns and they have these beautiful stamps in stock, you'll be able to pick them up, and some of them you might not even need. So I hope this video is helpful as you wait for the markdowns at your store. You can actually see them stamped out if it's something that you would use. If it's something that you wouldn't, definitely leave it behind, save that money, because there's a lot of other really great deals out there. So it's a 2-in-1 because I want to share with you guys some really quick stamping techniques. And actually one of the stamping techniques that I stumbled upon was actually kind of accidental. So I was doing this video and I wanted to show you guys like how you would align these pieces, because this stamp actually comes with 9 pieces and some of them are actually separate. And instead of stamping them out individually, I was going to show you guys how to stamp them all out in 2 easy steps, as opposed to like stamping them out like 10 different times. So I was trying to align this piece right here, and when I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cute. It has kind of like a 3D effect to it. So first I stamped it out in pink, and then I took my blue ink and I offset the stamp just a tad bit and I stamped that down, and then I got this effect right here. And then it kind of does look like a 3D effect, which I really love. And then now I wanted to actually show you guys how you can stamp everything out in one easy go. So there's 8 separate stones, and I was going to stamp those out individually, and I was like, you know what, there's an easier way. If you have a larger stamping block, what you want to do is you want to align all these individual pieces onto your card, take your stamping block, and then put it over, and it catches all 8 stones, and then you can actually just ink those up and stamp them down the way you like it. So these are the 2 examples that I got, and it was supposed to be kind of like a stone pattern, but I was like, now it looks kind of like it would be perfect for like a space type pattern. So yeah, it was really cute. I liked it. And you guys are going to see actual cards that I made with it as well, because I have lots of ephemera pieces from previous hauls at Hobby Lobby. So we're going to just keep on going. Lots of really great Momentous stamps out there, $1.37 for most of them. And I want to say that I would love to put more description on the stamp, but Momentous stamps don't actually have like that description on there. So for the most part, it's just going to be the price. And then when you're in the store, definitely check out the examples that they give as well on these stamps, because a lot of those are the reasons why I picked them up as well. This is one that I definitely needed in my stash because I do have like a lot of florals. And I want to talk really quickly about the stamps, because sometimes on clear stamps you have to find like the perfect ink to use in order for you to actually stamp out the image. And I started off with the Memento ink, and at first I didn't quite like it because I was like, there's a lot of spidiness on here. I don't get like that like super crisp image that gets stamped out with everything filled out. So I moved on to the archival inks, and that was actually really nice. I didn't get any spidiness on it, but I will say that the Memento ink actually grew on me after I was filming this video. It's weird because like it kind of had like an embossed feel to it. Like if you actually grazed over like the stamped out image, it kind of had like this raised effect to it using the Memento ink. And then with the archival inks, it was nice because there was no spottiness to it. It actually filled out the image quite nicely, but it was really just like a flat feel to it. And then I used some light ink and dark ink and combined those together, and you just get different effects. And for $1.37, it's really great because so many different ways that you can use this one stamp. So it is really great to have in the collection. And then the cards, those are all the cards that I'm making have, again, all the ephemera that I picked up on previous hauls. So everything's working out. It's just like all these sales always force me to use all of my craft goodies. So super happy about that. Let's talk about another technique. So this one here, it kind of looks like rainbows, and they have lots of different colored inks. And what you want to do is always start off with your lightest colored ink first. Never go over like a dark ink with a light ink. So for this example, this is the ink that I used. I started off first with a yellow, and then an orange, a red, a purple, a blue, and then a green. And so this is kind of the effect that you get with this type of combination. But even though the packaging gave rainbows as an example, I actually saw this as being like fish scale, so you can definitely put it on its side, and just lots of different ways that you can use this particular one. This one is really nice, just stamping it in a solid color. With blue, it kind of reminds me of like tile, and you can use this on so many different types of cards. Like again, I always have to do a Hello Kitty card because I'm such a huge fan. And when I stamped this out in blue ink, I was like, I know exactly what I want to put on here, what I want to use it for. And it's actually one of my AliExpress items that I picked up. And it's actually a collection that I've never ever paper pieced together until today for you guys. So it's making its debut, and I actually have a lot of other ones of these particular dolls that I need to put together. So you'll probably see this again later on in the future, but that is another way you can use these background stamps, pair them up with your cutting dies. This is another really great pattern, florals, and I could definitely see this like on my Christmas cards with like gingerbread people. It would be super cute for that. And snowmen, this would be really cute for that as well. And a snowflake card, or even like, what is that called? Nutcrackers. Oh my gosh, this is a great piece. I am definitely going to use this and incorporate this into all of my Christmas cards. It's so pretty. So all the stamped out images that I actually chose for today's cards, those were the ones that kind of had like a little bit of spottiness, that weren't stamped out all the way. They were, I would like to call, perfectly imperfect. So the pink one, I actually dropped my stamp platform and it didn't align correctly, and so it's kind of like this little blurred image, but paired with a piece of ephemera, a little sentiment, which actually came from one of my planning sticker books, it just paired perfectly well. On this next set of stamps, I did not actually do any projects with them quite yet, but I do want to put them in this video because it's part of the things that you'll find in the Hobby Lobby sale. So first up, we have these Inkadinkado leaves, and this is like perfect for like autumn, fall, like pumpkin spice type cards, and I really love these. These are really nice, beautiful images. And then the next one, we kind of have like your winter forest type animals, and this also stamped out really, really well. I can definitely imagine using these on cards. So it's a really great deal, of course, because it is 75% off. And then I also picked this one up. I didn't get a chance to pull out one of my cutting dies, but I do have a cutting die that actually turns images into like a postage stamp, so I was thinking this would be like the perfect piece to put on there. And then this one by Bo Bunny. So this one it's nice and it works individually if you stamp them out, but I will say that I think the images might be a little bit uneven in terms of the thickness, so I put this on my stamping platform, and then I closed my platform, but it did not pick up all the clear stamps at the same time, so that's why I think it's a little uneven. So if you use your stamping platform, it's going to be hard to kind of get that image of all of them, so I would just recommend, maybe it's just mine, I don't know, but if you have something similar to this type of issue, you might just want to stamp these out individually with a stamping block. They also had alphabet stamps, and I always forget to follow my own suggestion on this one. When these stamps are only $1.12, it's really good to actually pick up more than one, which I probably should have done, because when you're spelling out a word, it's just a lot easier to be able to spell out the entire word versus spelling out a portion of it and then stamping that down and then having to put those extra letters in again. So it's always nice to have all those extra vowels for what you're spelling out. And then also there was the Spellbinders stamp right here, and this one I really meant to color in. I just didn't get to that point, but as you can see, even with just like the white cardstock, black ink, you can definitely make a really great card just with that concept. And when you turn it around, it actually gives you an example of what it would look like colored in. So that is everything that I found during this round of markdowns. I'm still waiting for Paper Studio. I am tempted to check in again tomorrow, see if they got anything done. So, you know, stay tuned if you want to be notified of all of my new videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. And don't forget to check out parts 1 and 2 if you're chasing the sale. So I'll leave that in the description box down below, as well as on these end cards right here. So I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very wonderful day.